down. Now my canopy comes down. Yeah, if you want to open that, you show, yeah.
Okay.
And the other little bit. You can do it.
Okay?
Yeah. So should it be open or closed?
Okay, so it's open now. Just keep the draft in.
Damon, I have to lock mine first, don't I? So it won't shut now. We have to open
right,
Sarah
open it again. That
just
explains what's happening.
Yeah, hold on there. Now you should find it easier.
Oh yeah.
India Kilo, forward marshal. Runway is clear.
Damon's going to hook us on.
Alright.
Open. Close.
Secure.
Unsecure. I'm just going to check the air brakes are good and they're fully open, fully over both sides, and it has an over centre lock, so I just push that forward and it locks. And we're ready to go.
Cool.
Forward marshal India Kilo, is runway clear? Affirm. Thank you.
So, off we go. It's a bit bumpy when we're on the ground, as I said,
That's fine.
but once we're in the air, it's much smoother. Okay?
Yeah, good.
India Kilo, Libra.
India Kilo, go ahead.
Could you drop us over Rushcraft Cloudbase, please?
At 1 o'clock now there is a blue hole if you want to try that, and you can go up to 3,000.
No, just Rushcraft or Blessington Lakes 2000. Fine. Oh, no, sorry, Cloudbase.
No base, India Kilo. Ongoing forward marker. Go ahead. Ongoing forward marker. Are we okay to back wing? Ready, sir? Direction Lima Bravo.
Could be like a drone,
Yes. God, aren't they becoming popular?
aren't they? Sure are. This will be a bit of woodland.
Can you see the race course?
Can I?
Behind, a little bit on our left, behind the wing maybe? Can you see a big yellow shed?
Yeah,
The
okay.
yellow shed is on
Yeah.
Punchestown Race Course.
Yeah.
Blessington Lakes ahead.
So what was over that direction? It seems to be
That would be Kilcullen. Down on the bottom, below us on the right is Ballymore Eustace.
Oh yeah. It's lovely to see the pockets of trees.
Yeah.
This cruise on the right?
Yeah. Just, you can see, is there a hydro plant there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see a drop in the level of the ground. That I guess is where the turbines are.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Russborough is Russborough. Down on our right somewhere. Yeah, I can see Russborough. See Russborough? Between us and the
Oh, I
water.
do, yes,
yeah.
of course, yes.
Okay, we're just coming up to the cloud base now. So when we get there, I'm going to pull the yellow knob and release the tow
Okay.
plane from its duties. And everything will get a little bit quieter. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy.
Enjoy.
That's quite a lot quieter. It's not the best weather for the scenery sort of aspect of it, but it's nice to see the whole thing from a different perspective.
A completely different perspective.
And what happens now is we just slowly drift back to Earth.
Which is our altimeter for?
That's the one on the bottom right. It's showing 2,300 feet at the moment.
2,300, alright.
And as far as range, that actually gives us about 12 miles range before we come down to the ground. We're about 6, well, we're even 6 miles from there, probably 5 miles from there.
Yes, I never realised just how vast the lake system was.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful drive back over the West Wicklow Hills back to our place.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Which way would you go then?
India Kilo is joining left
You know,
base to runway 23.
I'll probably have
Sorry,
to follow my
21.
nose a little bit because I'll have to just see the roads that I recognise and drive that way, so I can't actually tell you.
But in general, to go from Naas to your home, would you go?
I claimed the M50 because why did I become? Because I thought it would be just a bit faster.
Right.
But ordinarily I would probably go over the mountain.
Would you?
On a day like
Would you?
today, yeah. Just because it's, I don't know, I like space. There's more space. I feel there's more space in the mountains.
Yeah. That's a lovely drive.
It is a beautiful drive.
Does that take you past Glendalough or Sally
yes,
Gap?
yes, up the Wicklow Gap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the Sally, the Wicklow.
Wicklow Gap.
Yeah. It would be fantastic to do this up by the hill of Tara, because you'd be able to see all of the archaeological.
The rafts and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It's
So
nice.
has Paddy gone now?
Paddy's gone, yeah, he had to get moving.
Oh, shame. He said he was building a runway in his house.
Yes. He
Good
wants
man.
to.
Good man.
Can you see straight ahead there's an aeroplane landing on the airfield? You see the yellow shed,
Yeah.
and then to the left of the yellow shed is the
Oh, yes,
plane just
yes,
landing on
yes,
it. You see?
yes.
That's where that's our home. Of course, this is about as basic as it gets. Flying. I mean, we're not doing anything strenuous, but obviously we can do all sorts of things in those. The most interesting thing is the challenge of staying up using the thermals, but unfortunately today there's absolutely no lift around at all. It's a
It's an up and a down.
very flat day. But you've got your own glider and there's nobody else wanting to use it, like a syndicate partner or something, people stay up all day here, just drifting around the countryside. Can you see bottom to our left, the other glider's on its, probably there. Can you see him?
Yep. Yep.
He's probably coming to land, would be my guess. Maybe not, I don't know. It's rather difficult to judge his height.
It's like looking at a bird soaring on the thermals.
Yeah. Sometimes we do find we're sharing thermals with birds too, buzzards or whatever.
I can well believe it.
He's looking for a lift actually. Let's go and see if he's finding anything. The top left instrument is the one that tells us if we're in rising or sinking air. At the moment it's telling us we're in sinking air. Standard glide is about -1, so that means we're now in neutral air. If it goes up towards naught, it means we're in slightly rising, but still sinking. If it goes above naught, we're actually climbing. I think he's given out.
So how many gliders would you have in the air at one time?
On a good summer's day here, you'd probably get 8 up at the same time.
And then how do you manage the air traffic?
Well, we keep a good lookout and we just avoid hitting each other. It's as simple as that. But in competitions now, cross-country competitions where they use the thermals, you might get 50 or 60 gliders in the same thermal.
Oh wow!
And they're practically clipping wingtips.
Wow!
I mean, it gets very hairy.
So would you come out and glide as much as you can for?
I really don't do any.
Can you kill any miles? Did we get 3 or what's the south base looking like? I get you 3,000 in the blue hole of Awas now.
My flying now is almost all teaching, so I just come when I'm either on a day like today, inviting friends, or I just come when I'm asked to come and teach.
Okay, we'll see how we get on.
Well, he thinks he's in a thermal. That's why he's circling. In fact, that needle is creeping up towards north, isn't it?
Ever so slightly.
So let's turn around with him and see if I can get that needle to come up. Ah, okay. He has got something, but it's so weak, it's really not going to do us any good at all. But at least it shows you what we aim for. Oh, blue sky. What will happen is, as the clouds break up and the sun comes through, the sun will heat little patches of ground, and that will kick off a warm air bubble. And that's basically what a thermal is.
Confirm. Thank you.
We're actually almost climbing. God.
Yeah.
We're at 1,300 feet, and we're climbing. Look at that.
Yeah, super.
We're actually going up. That's,
so
on a day
cool,
like
isn't
today, that really surprises me.
Mega. It's just that window.
Yeah. You just feel a little bubbly turbulence. That tells us that there's thermal action. When it's really thermic, it can be quite bumpy flying, and you get climbs of 1,000 feet a minute.
Wow, wow.
In Ireland, probably 500 feet a minute is as good as it gets in Ireland, but if you go to somewhere like Nevada or South Africa, sometimes even 1,500 feet a minute.
Oh my goodness. So you leave your stomach behind.
And there's the tow plane taking off with the other glider. It looks like the yellow one's landing. You see him?
Yep.
You feeling okay?
I am, great, thank you.
No,
No, I love it.
look at the top right-hand instrument, the speed indicator, you can see what we're going about just over 40 knots, so that's about 45 miles an hour.
Got that turn on again.
Quite gentle.
Are there any objections to all the gliding from these people in these houses?
No, as far as I know, not.
Gives
Some
you-
gliding clubs, this is of course the only gliding club in Ireland, but some gliding clubs in the UK certainly have issues with complainants. Yeah.
Two very big properties, aren't they?
Yeah. You see there's the runway, the glider right in the middle of the runway. So if we wanted to land right now, we'd have difficulty. But in fact, we always have the option of landing in the long grass, so it's not
And incur the wrath of the landowner.
exactly. But as it happens, we're climbing again, so
Yeah.
we don't have to land just yet. We'll be gone anyway when the time we come to that. The landlord is the big house just to the left of the airport, straight. Yeah, you can see his farm and his house. That's John de Robeck.
So does he farm all this side?
I'm not sure which is his land and which isn't, but
Beautiful crops.
Goran Grange, that's called that place.
Goran Grange.
I think they used to live in Gorham and then moved up here and built that 100, 200 years ago. And that's Nace to the little bit to the left.
I used to work in Nace many moons ago, and it's really quite remarkable how things have changed.
Yeah, not a building.
A lot of buildings. But I think it's probably quite a nice place to live. So you've got all this hinterland
Yeah.
as an amenity. Punchestown, you could always land on Punchestown.
This is all Punchestown, yeah.
Yeah, but if you were short taken for a runway strip,
Yeah, if we have to make an emergency landing, we can always land here.
I'm sure they wouldn't be too upset.
Lima Alpha will be landing downwind to the north. Correction, Lima Alpha will be landing to the south, into wind. So the last bit of the flight, we always keep it close to the airfield so we can see what's going on, in case we suddenly see an obstruction or anything and have to make an alternative plan. But I'm going to turn right and we're going to land in the direction we're flying at the moment. We're going to be landing, so I'm going to go all the way around here and then do 2 left turns and come in on the final approach.
It's so cool.
when
Hey, Sandy.
we land on the grass, it's a little bit bumpy. Don't worry. I'm going to open the air brakes. Give the side slip.
Cool. Alrighty, do we need to pop out here? Should we tow back?